Hello and welcome to Social Perspectives. I'm Jay Gentile Everett. We are delighted to have you join us. Today we will be doing a show featuring some young men who are part of my family. They are three of my nephews, and we're going to be talking with them about the issues that young African American males are facing during these times. Things are indeed filled with violence and one catastrophic issue after another. So we're going to talk to these young men about the importance of education and the role it has played in their own personal development. So we ask you to stay tuned and catch this story. We hope that it will be something that you can share with many of your friends. We will be right back. Welcome back to Social Perspectives. I'm here with three of my nephews. The fourth one was not able to get here, but we are honored today to have these three distinguished young men. All are doing very well with their lives, and we want to take this time and introduce them to our audience. We have here Jamie Ellaby, his brother next to him, Jason Ellaby, and to his right, Jeffrey Kennings Jr. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Glad you all were able to come. I've been trying to have an opportunity to talk with you all informally in front of everyone so that everybody get a chance to see just how garrulous we can be when we are all together. So today, I'm going to first commend you. I want to make sure that I do this because this is important. I will admit it's difficult for us to be serious any length of time. We're going to make that attempt today, however. But I do want to commend all of you because I am very proud of each of you. You all stayed the course, particularly the educational road. We all know how important that has always been in our family. Mm-hmm. And from the 1950s up into this present moment, education is still a point of emphasis in our families. And I'm just grateful that you guys went all the way, finished the course, got your degrees, and you did it from HBCUs. Tell me what kind of impact this has had on your life. Jamie, why don't you tell me first?
Well, I remember the days riding with Granddaddy up to Raleigh to get his haircut. A lot of times I would drive him there.
Yes.
And he would always talk about his times with Coach Bill playing football. And he was always speaking about his experiences in college. And that really motivated me. Yes. And I knew at the age of 6, 7, 8 that I was going to A&T. There was no question about it. And that was those stories drove me. And those images that he painted in my head. And then after going to the campus and seeing the football field and being around his Hall of Fame mates, and those things were driven. They drove me. And that was my picture. I didn't think of any other colleges.
Oh, we have your brother. We all have some A&T roots. First of all, we all got some A&T in the house. So first thing, we won't bother with the last one over there. But he did have Winston-Salem and Florida in there, so we can include that. But Jason, I know that you too had A&T roots in your life, and you stayed the course, and you were determined that you were going to get your degree. What was the thing that motivated you?
To kind of expound off what James said. Because Granddaddy would do stuff without saying it.
Yes, that's
he would take us up there because we would go up there all the time. And
On the side.
That's right.
and it was like just putting in your head, this is what you're
He
going to do.
planted the seed.
Yeah.
And then looking up at him and you were
Yeah.
role models for me.
Yeah.
We did split our paths a little bit.
Yes.
And we got,
Oh
and
yeah.
I got wiser. I was real proud because my freshman year at NT was the year Granddaddy went into the Hall of Fame.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
I remember that.
I was real proud to tell my friends that I met there
Yeah.
that my granddaddy going into the Hall of Fame.
That's fantastic.
I didn't finish at NT, but I finished at Fairfield State. So
Still, you stay with the HBCU. That's what's important. That's what's important. And then we have Jeffrey Kennings Jr. over here. We know that you started out at Winston-Salem and you finished at Florida A&M. Look here, y'all. Florida A&M, A&T, come on. That's all in one place. Come on. Now, tell us, how did the educational component that I know you got it too, how did it motivate you to continue your educational dreams?
It was huge. He would always say that grass needs to turn green 4 times.
Lord, yeah.
Four times.
We always that.
You
That's
need
right.
to see it turn. So I always, attribute that to commitment. And people oftentimes wonder, especially nowadays, where you can get a certification to do this or that job, where that 40-year degree or that
Yeah.
advanced degree doesn't mean as much, but it does. It speaks to your commitment to something.
That's right.
Anybody can go for a few months and learn something.
That's right. That's right.
You can learn a skill in a month and,
That's right.
go get a job for it, but you can speak well about it.
Right,
And
right.
and demonstrate it a lot of times in a month.
right.
But you can't stick, 48 months into that month. There's no way to do it.
That's
There's no other way to do it. And that commitment meant something to me because it meant something to him.
That's good.
And with basketball and hurting my knee that last year, that changed a lot of plans.
Oh, yeah.
This school wasn't an option anymore. Going to Northwest was no longer an option. Going to UVA was no longer an option.
Yeah.
And that was good because that was meant for me to come home where I was supposed to be.
Well, we have a similar story with that. So that's the way that works. What's interesting about all of that is we all came to understand we had to be committed to something.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where life is. I mean, that's really where the good life starts. It's when you decide you're going to be committed to something. And yes, I agree, people can go and get certifications and all those things. And those things are wonderful. But that 4-year enduring the pain, the stress, and the meeting of people that will remain a part of your life, the rest of your life. It's an incredible 4 years.
It was the best 4 years
Oh, no
of
doubt.
my life.
No doubt. No doubt.
right?
No doubt. No doubt.
Absolutely. Like I learned myself in those 4 years.
That's right. Absolutely. And then just think about it. It's the only time in your life you can live as an adult with children responsibility.
Right.
Somebody else is paying the way.
Yeah.
And yet you can go and come, be where you want to be, stay as long as you want to stay. I didn't understand why anybody would want to go to college. But that's another story. I love college. I love college.
Absolutely.
I feel like everybody should at least do 1 year.
Try it.
I don't care if it's especially.
That's right.
Because that's when you get to grow up and learn about yourself.
I agree.
You don't learn it at home.
That's right. That's
Some
right.
levels of discipline you can't get at home.
That's
It
right.
doesn't- You can learn them, but that doesn't mean you can apply them the same
Because
way.
that's true. Because the thing we have to understand, when you are in college, nobody's there to get you nowhere.
No.
Nobody's saying you got to do that homework. Nobody's telling you to do that term paper, that research project. You got to have the internal fortitude and the discipline to say, wait a minute, there's a party going over there. My friends are hollering at me to come and do this, that, or the other. But I got to do this paper. And I got to go to bed because I got to get up and be at class at 8 o'clock. I mean, to me, those are things that are just necessary for you to be the kind of man that you should be. Think about the time that people waste in college. Because now there is. Now, let's give a balanced report. There are a lot of times that's just wasted.
There's a lot of wasted time and a lot of things too, especially at HBCUs. Like there's so much going on every single day. There's stuff going on. There are things that you can lose yourself in. You can lose sight of your goals, sight of things that you need to be doing. And if you don't have that mental discipline, it can become a distractor and it can cost you.
Yeah. Absolutely. Can any of you tell of an incident, say, Jason, where you feel like you wasted some time in college?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
I wasted my freshman year at A&T College.
Okay, why did you say you wasted it?
Well, I think first thing, it was my first time away from home.
I see.
I was 17 when I went. So
Excited.
it's like, a lot of people don't know. I think I told my mom this probably last week. Like my first year there, I didn't go to register tonight, the last day. So I just took whatever was left in classes.
I said,
So I started behind the
You started
behind
okay.
the eight ball. I was like, oh man. And then, like we were just saying, nobody there to wake you up.
Nobody there.
So I was stuck with 8 o'clock class that I did not like.
Yeah.
And it was hard to make that.
Hard to make that class. So then we tend to do more social stuff because nobody's telling you to come home. You just stay on out. All right, JJ, tell us about times that you think you may have wasted in college.
I didn't waste much time in college. I didn't waste much time.
I see.
Granddad would always say, give God some time. And I would do that. Now, if I wasn't in class, I wasn't working, or I wasn't doing basketball, I would say at least trying to study or giving God some time.
Well, that's a good idea.
I didn't do much time wasted in college.
You wanted to few.
Yeah, you one of the few.
You wanted to few.
I would say that that was good time spent. But that last,
Now, wait a minute. Maybe we need to define.
We might be wasting time.
Maybe that's what we need to do. Maybe that's what we need to do.
well, I didn't have much wasted.
Okay, but at least it's been.
If you're gonna waste some, I might have wasted some out and about every now and again. Not too often though. I spend more time in notebooks than most of the people with me. Like even at fam, we'd get on the plane and he was gonna give me 2 seats because I'm gonna study on one. I have my computers out and doing all that. I'm gonna do my work, and that's gonna be it. You know, at the forefront of everything is God, basketball, work, and that's just the order.
Well, the good thing is you had a focus. And the thing about it is, it's okay to be in college and waste some time because that's a part of the developmental process. I think everybody, when they go to college and they leave home for the first time, they're curious about some things.
Yeah.
Some things you're just curious about.
And now that you put it like that, I guess the question would be more applicable to me is, what did you miss by not wasting the time?
Yeah.
And I missed a ton. Like, I got friends that called me out, and if we could go back, I would go out so much more. Like, I've seen you go days where you don't sleep, you don't eat, and you don't see nobody. You sit and study.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'm not doing it, but I missed a lot.
Yeah.
There's some relationships that I never could have built or did not build because that was my choice.
That experience, that HBCU experience,
It required
it required that.
You have to be 3 times better. If you're going to succeed and or survive here, at least just stepping out of school, you're going to need to be 3 times better than your counterparts. And those are the ones here. That's not counting the ones overseas. So you really have to be 4. So they're going to be
Definitely. Particularly in your field. And we're going to get to that in the second segment, but particularly in these technical fields. No doubt about that. Well, we're going to take a break right here, and we're going to come right back after these messages. Hey, I'm hoping y'all will come back and let's check out these 3 Musketeers with the brilliant minds right here on All Sorts of Perspectives. We'll be right back.
Hello. If you or someone you know is in need of a wedding cake, reach out to CB Treats, currently located in Rock Hill, South Carolina. CB Treats provides custom designed, delicious cakes and top-tier customer service. In addition to wedding cakes, CB Treats also provides elegant custom cakes for large events. For more information, you can call or text CB Treats at 803-386-8472. Again, that's 803-386-8472. Or you can reach CB Treats by email at cbtreats@live.com. That's cbtreats@live.com. CB Treats, making your cake dreams come true.
Welcome back to Social Perspectives. We're here in our final segment on our show with the nephews. Now we're going to talk about some of the things we like to go at each other about, and that has to do with sports. We're all into sports. Everybody in our family, we talk about sports, remember, male and female. Everybody can be very passionate about the team that they want to win, football, baseball, basketball, whatever it is. Tennis even. I mean, we are just a sports family. So now, I do know you were telling me that your favorite team were the Lakers. Not wonder why they choose the Lakers. Is that because the historic Lakers got this rich kind of...
I chose the Lakers because I was always a big fan of Magic Johnson.
Magic Johnson. There it is. Okay, he's a Magic man. And then next we have, you are a Charlotte Hornet guy.
I am.
And why are you a Charlotte Hornet guy?
Home team. My favorite player don't play anymore, so I ain't a Celtics fan or a Lakers fan or a Warriors fan.
Okay, so now you're trying to go at us all. Right. Okay, that's what you're trying to do. Okay, and you're the C's, you're the Celtics. Well, why the Celtics?
One, I like green. And also it started there. I like green. They were the main green team at the time. As time progressed, so it's time.
So you like the colors?
I love the colors. That's what we
You like the colors?
When the
Okay.
time progressed, meeting Uncle Sam and at a very young age, sure. Definitely locked in.
Yeah. Well, I will admit, I must confess this. I was a Celtic fan, probably up until this current Warriors team came together, Steph and that group. I was a Celtic fan. And the reason why I was a Celtic fan was because of Sam Jones. No doubt about that. He's from Neuenberg. You know, I saw him growing up. And I told him after playing a game, and I was compared to him in an article, I told him I felt like that I could stop playing. Because to be compared to Sam Jones, I felt like, look, I'm okay. I satisfied myself, you know. I said, I really didn't need any more accolades, so I guess I can understand that. But, you know, I'm a Warriors fan, and I'm a Warriors fan mainly because of Curry. Curry has a skill.
He's amazing.
He plays with the skill. He's not big. He's not strong. He's not fast. And he even said, I don't jump very high. I don't run very fast. I don't do any of that. But he just has an incredible skill. And then he's a North Carolina boy. So, you know, I'm always struck.
You know his dad play, right?
Yeah. His dad played with your team.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, now, who's going to take it this year? Champ. India.
No,
Yeah, who's going to take it this year?
We're not going to take it.
no.
Who's going to take it? Who's going to take it?
It's coming from the West. If it's gonna happen,
Coming from the West.
Listen, something is coming from the West. Win.
But this is, wait a minute now.
coming out the East.
But here's the thing. Wait a minute. You all are talking about. Wait a minute. Y'all are talking about the West and the East. Now, everybody may not know what that means. So, if you're going to say West or East, we need a team name so that everybody can understand.
So, I think
You think?
Dallas, Denver, OKC is better than Boston.
Okay, and you say Boston is better. And you believe Boston will win it all.
I do.
And you believe the Lakers will win it all.
Like in the last year.
I can't agree with that. I won't say that.
No.
Okay, well,
As much as I like the Lakers, but I don't think that the Lakers right now are in a place where they'll win it all.
okay, I got one question I got to ask you all about that. What about the Nuggets?
I like the Nuggets. I think they're the only group that's winning on the get us in trouble.
Give y'all trouble. He's gonna get your first leg. Get there.
Well, now, let me tell you.
He will get there.
Okay, now who's the best player in the league? Who's right now? The
Right
best
now,
player.
Shea Gilchrist, Alabama.
You gotta go with Shea.
Shea Gilchrist,
Going
Alabama.
with Shea.
And he should win MVP, but he won't get it.
Wow. What do you say?
I agree with my brother Shay.
Oh, that's a cop out. You're going to go with your brother.
I agree with my brother.
Well, I know he keeps up with it. All right. Who do you say it's going to be?
That's a tough one. I gotta go with Edwards from Wolves. Timberwolves. You know what I'm talking about? Anthony Edwards. I gotta go with that.
Well, I'm telling you,
like a lot.
I'm gonna just tell you who I think it's going to be, and we all just
It's
guess.
a preference. I don't think Gilden's gonna get it. I think he should, but I think it's gonna be Jokic. Go ahead.
Jokic is definitely.
That's who's going to get it.
Yeah, that's what
That's who I think is going to get it. I just think he's
Hands
gonna get it.
down.
I think he's going to get it. He's not flashy. He's not athletic, but he's a gifted player, and I have to give him credit for that. Now, we talked about basketball. We only have a few minutes left, and I want you to tell me about something that happened in your life that you are ashamed of. One thing that happened in your life that makes you laugh. You don't want nobody to know it. It's something that's almost moronic. What would that thing be? Now, I got stories on all of you that I could use, but I'm not going to do that. I'm giving you the chance.
I think for me, when I was at A&T, I was playing football, and I reached a stage where I was kind of at this crossroads, and I had to make a decision.
Okay.
And that was, I was spending more and more time with my martial arts. And I felt like if I went to my coach and did what I was planning to do, which was to discontinue playing, I felt like Granddaddy would be upset with me.
I see.
Like I felt like, he would be disappointed because he spent so much time, coming to the spring game, watching me play and everything. And we talked about it all of the time. And when I walked into the office to tell the coach that I had decided that I was going to go a different path, I was really nervous. I was really afraid that, I didn't want to disappoint him.
I see.
And that stayed with me. And I did feel embarrassed about it. And I was also scared really to go and tell him. But I ultimately did do
You
it.
had to do it.
And his response was different than I thought that it was going to be.
Sure. He was going to be supported. All right. We have about 3 minutes left. Tell me, what would be that thing that you think is embarrassing to you?
That I had to leave A&T. Man, go somewhere else.
That you had to leave A&T and go somewhere else.
Yeah, I'll tell you why. The only person know this is my mom. Because I was like, Jamie's still there.
Well, you know what?
I was like,
I thought back to just. I've never seen it.
But you guys, I spent all of my time studying.
you did. Like we told
I didn't party. I missed a lot.
Just different.
complete opposites. Because if there was a party,
You were going
I was going to be
You
there.
felt compelled to be
Yeah.
there.
Well, my friends felt compelled.
And I wasn't motivated to go to parties.
I see.
Spent time studying.
Just different.
Yeah.
What would yours be? We're down to a few minutes.
I regret, to some degree, how much I dove in those books. That cost you.
I see.
Everything has its own consequence, whatever it's good or bad. But some of those relationships I wish I would have had. I could only imagine going to different schools, and not just what those relationships meant.
Well, mine is much easier and much simpler and nowhere near as intricate as any of those that you said. My most embarrassing moment was when I was 18 years old and I was in college and I was a pastor and I was leading a family to the grave site. And my baby sister had 4 quarters. And I had no gas. I didn't play basketball on that day, and I had no gas. And I pleaded with her to give me those 4 quarters so that I could get me some gas so that I could go to the church. Well, I got there, and I made it to the church. But I forgot what my gas was like when I got back in the car to lead the church, lead the family to the grave site. And we went over a bridge, and I ran out of gas. And there was the sheriff in front of me, and there was the hearse behind me, and the family cars, and all of the funeral procession. And my car just stopped. And I, with my general cool self, jumped out of the car and got in the car with the hearse. And I said, I don't know what's wrong with it. I don't know why they got stuck. And to me, that was the most embarrassing thing because it was 4 other ministers in the car with me. And I had given assignments to them about what we were going to do. But that was the most embarrassing moment I think I've ever had as a teenager and in my field. So there you have it. I want to take this time to thank you guys for being on the show. This was fantastic. We got to do this again because y'all are nuts. Y'all really are. A lot of fun, and we got to do this again. Everybody, make sure you stay tuned and get our final closing remarks. But we want to take this time and thank you for joining us. And we thank all of these young men for being here on our show and making it a happy one. So stay tuned. We will give you our closing remarks after these messages.
Hunger has never been more satisfied as it is when it tastes like the delicious Southern cuisines from the Clinton Inn. Here, flavor is never compromised and palate satisfaction always meets the expectation. The weekly buffet features all of the special dishes to which we have grown accustomed. Come dine with us on Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays starting at 11 a.m. and enjoy a scrumptious meal at the Clinton Inn in Laurinburg, North Carolina, where food has never tasted so good. We congratulate Gentile on his Jazz Award from the Kennedy Center for his amazing jazz album, Finally All of Me. He recently had his music played alongside Oscar Peterson, and his music is played in rotation at Tiffany stores and outlets. Stream Gentile's album, Finally All of Me, on all streaming platforms today.
We would like to take this time to thank you for listening to our show and viewing its contents. We pray that you will help us continue to do shows like this as we spread the message of love and the message of opportunity to all people around the world. We ask that you can send all of your tax-deductible gifts. At the bottom of the screen, you will have all the information necessary to send us your gifts to help us reach the world. We are committed to sharing your story with the world. Please, if there's anybody doing anything positive in your neighborhood and you would like to contact us, please contact us with the bottom of the screen and we will respond and bring you to our show. Thank you again for being here with us, and we hope to see you again on Social Perspectives.
We have to tell you, the #1 evening show that you need to listen to right now is Social Perspectives with Gentile at 11:30 at night on Sundays. Let me tell you, that is the show to watch, all right?